Hi everybody, it's a miracle. I made a second video. You know what that means? That means I'm dedicated. And today, I'm gonna talk about stuff. You know what kind of stuff I'm gonna talk about?
What kind of stuff?
I'm gonna answer my question. Oh, my friends are watching me in the background. Is moral support. Shh. I'm gonna talk about my autistic related characteristics today because it's easy for anybody to go on Google and look it up. But we're all different, and that doesn't really tell you anything about me. And my channel's about me! So you're gonna learn about me. Yeah. So my first characteristic is called stimming, which if anybody doesn't know what that is, it's basically an autistic way of like moving your body, like a repetitive routine kind of thing. If you've ever seen me flapping, you know, this. God damn it! So yeah, that. And also, I can make a whole video about stimming, which I will at some point, but basically I have some that are more discreet, some that are more public, some that I do every day, some that I do every once in a while. So, I'll get back to you on that one. My next characteristic I'm going to talk about is my awkward gait and clumsiness. I don't only not care for sports, I can't play them, even if I tried, because I walk and move really awkwardly, and it even, like, sometimes I walk on my tiptoes, and, like, when I get really nervous, I walk like this, which is, like, T-Rexing, and, you know, my friends love it. Now there's this one, which is always on the media, which is special interests. Oh, yes, I actually am kind of weird about this one, because sometimes I don't have a special interest, or if I do, I'm not always sure what it is, but the potential to get really hyper-focused on something is always there. Like, right now, autism is obviously my special interest because I keep going on about this, and, you know, it's kind of hard with Autism Awareness Month and whatnot. And that leads me into monologuing, which, if nobody monitors me and I'm anxious and I'm talking to somebody, I could just go on and on and on and on and on and not stop. And it's not because I want to, it's just because I don't know what else to do. I'm working on it, I swear. Okay.
So, what can we do to help?
What can you do to help? Imagine if you were just like, Kyle, shut the fuck up! No, I'd probably cry. I think most people would. And then we come to the next part, which is, you know, blurting shit out, aka no filter. Which, basically, I don't mean harm most of the time, but it's the kind of thing that, if you ask me if your dress looks ugly on you, I'm probably gonna say yes. Because that's just my nature. So, it has gotten me into trouble a few times. Like, as an adult, I have been reduced to tears because I said something that was not taken kindly to, and I didn't mean it. So, it's been a struggle to learn how to, like, what to say and what not to say. Like, to this day, when I was a kid, I feel like every time I went to a family friend's house, or, like, whatever, or they came here, I would get a lecture on what I was like, you know, Kyle, you shouldn't have said that. And to this day, I now know I expect it and get surprised when my mom doesn't say anything. So, you can see where I'm going with this. Anyway, so I'm going to go on to the next part, which is about words again. Which is word fussiness, which is basically like, I have to correct you. I might take what you say literally, although I have gotten a lot better at this, but it's in my nature to do so. Why am I doing this?
Stimming.
And then there's another one that's in the media a lot, which is, you know, the whole eye contact thing. Let's make something very clear right now. I can do eye contact, but that is not instinctual. I do it because I got told that that's normal, and that people expect it of me, but I don't want to do it most of the time. There are a few exceptions, but no. And, you know...
What if I just said, right now, look me in the eye?
All kidding aside, it actually is kind of a sore topic for me because it's one of the first things I remember being told as a 9-year-old. Like, I was being evaluated for gross motor skills, and she's, like, trying to make me make eye contact with her, and she's pointing it out. And I hear my parents, like, talking about it when I'm, like, 12 years old. And, you know, then it's just... So when people make jokes about me not wanting to do it, it makes me really, like, not okay, because I've also actually been denied a job because I don't make eye contact that well. So, yeah, it's just one of those things that doesn't settle right with me. Which leads me into social anxiety, which I cannot be diagnosed with social anxiety disorder as a separate condition because it's considered a side effect of having ASD. Because basically, You're gonna fucking have social anxiety if everybody's telling you you're fucking weird and you're trying to learn how to act, like, to communicate with them. It's just kind of common sense. I'm also kind of a nervous person as it is. I mean, there's really not much I can do about this. I'm also an introvert, so social anxiety and introvert together kind of rears its ugly head, and I'll forget that I actually have to talk to people sometimes. But I can talk about that another time. And also, like, that this kind of ties into social anxiety, but not really, is sensory issues, which is, like, I have slightly super sensitive hearing, which was worse as a kid, but I outgrew it, and I can't go to parties and clubs and places where there's, like, a lot of shouting and crowding and drinking and stuff, because I start to shut down, which basically means I am overstimulated and I get tunnel vision and I become minimally verbal. Like, I could say maybe yes, no, and I have to leave, but that's about it. And I can't leave until, like, I can't go back until I recharge, which I enjoy being invited to parties and stuff, but I really appreciate it when people just, like, respect when I say no. This has been, like, treated in some cases like I've been able to go places if I am wearing earplugs or something, or, you know, toilet paper in my ears, and I wear, like, a hood or something so people can't tell and they don't ask me questions, but, not always. Sometimes it also is a social thing where I just plain don't feel comfortable being around that many people, so, you know, I have to take care of myself, which it's hard sometimes. Sometimes I feel broken because of it. That was sad. So, on that topic with senses is, you know, texture sensitivity, or, like, I'm a pain in the ass. Like, I don't like textures in certain foods. Like, I'd always make my mom puree shit or I wouldn't eat it sometimes. Like, I'm just the worst. And she threatens me with it. She's like, how would you like it if I put your texture shit all over your sink so you clean your fucking sink? And it works, I guess, because I picture it and it's just like, oh. Also, I wear sweatpants most of the time because the texture in jeans just really, like, oh my god, no. And I have a pair that I wear sometimes, but even then it's just like, I legit was like, I have to wear jeans today, kill me. I didn't wear them for 6 years. And if a shirt is too tight, I can't wear it. I feel like I'm choking. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. I also have touch aversion, which basically, I avoid shaking hands with people. Like, I mean, I'm not going to turn them away, but I usually don't go out of the way to do it myself. And when people hug me, I'm like, why do you gotta do that? But there's a few exceptions, like, people, like, that I'm really, really close with. That's about it. I mean, I'll do it sometimes, but it's not always right. I guess I've been getting better at that, I don't know. But it's not something you could, make me grow out of or something. Oh my god, I forgot, like, the most important one on, speech, which is my echolalia and my catchphrases. If you know me in person, or even online, you know that I just have, like, a stock of sayings that I just say a lot, because I either don't know how to respond, or just because I think it's fun and it's relaxing, you know? This is America! How does that make you feel? Seems legit. You're cool peeps. You don't say. They change over the years. Some of them have been more consistent than others, though. Also, on that, the echolalia is basically when somebody says something, and I repeat it directly back, which, I don't know, I enjoy it. I'm guilty as charged. Except that sometimes I do it impulsively, like I'm at work, and somebody says something, and I say it back, and I'm like, oh shit, I hope she didn't hear me! So that's basically a summary of it. Some of it, the ones that are cause me more problems in society, like blurting shit out and monologuing, like I try to work on, because, you know, I want people to like me just as much as anybody else does. But other stuff that's just, like, not harmful to other people, that's just me, I'm not really sorry about, because, you know, that's just expecting me to be sorry for being me, and I'm not gonna do that. So, yeah. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'm hoping I'm able to have the motivation to make more videos soon and talk about stuff, like lots of stuff, and some more stuff, and some more stuff after that. And if you have any questions, or want to hear something that I want to talk about, feel free to do so. Bye! Bye!